are starting our third weekly vlog, and I think we may be getting a hang of a little bit how it's gonna go, and I've been getting lots of thoughts on how we can spice it up. Um, but as far as life things this week, this is the last week of school for the kiddos, so they'll be joining me at home during the week while I'll be trying to sleep. So that's exciting. Can anyone else see my exhaustion levels soaring? I totally can. Today we are on the verge of a 5 to 6 night work binge. Need that money, honey. So we'll see what we can get done. As far as reading goals this week, I have about 3 more days left on my loan from my library for the Way of Kings audiobook. So that's going to be a priority. I am 98% of the way through Kingdom of Copper, the second in the David Bad trilogy on audiobook, so that will be done. And as far as reading on my Kindle, my loan is expiring soon for Jade City, so we're going to push hard on that and try and get that done this week. And we're going to continue to focus on Book of Night by Holly Black. And I believe what I will start next on my Kindle, I have a hold for these Infinite Threads, which is the second book in a series by Tahari Mafi. Probably not saying that right. But I have 10 days left on that hold. There are, what does it say? 5 people waiting for it. So chances are I'm not going to have to wait. So I think after I finish Fool's Errand today, which I'm at about 94%, so I'll finish that today. I think I'm going to start these Infinite Threads because I'm super excited for it. The last one, which was This Woven Kingdom, left me very excited for the next one. So I think we'll start that up and see what we can do. What else is there? So my audiobook, after I finish The Kingdom of Copper and The Way of Kings, I think I'm going to go ahead and try and continue the dystopian book that I was partway through called 1 Second After. I do have a loan for that audiobook right now, which is due in 2 days. So maybe not. We'll see. I also have it on my Kindle. But I'm not. Oh, look, there's Marisa. She's going to go play on the shelves. Go, baby, go. Yeah. Anyway, cat distractions. Hopefully they don't fall on me because both Sylvanas and Marisa are up there. I just don't know about this 1 second after. I don't feel it. But we'll see. We'll see if I pick it up. I am going to try and not start any new books this week because this is basically the last week of May and I'd like to get some finished, so I may have to push through on books like 1 Second After and the horror I've been working on, The House at Phantom Park, things like that. So I need to take a deep look this week on my currently reading books and decide if I'm going to DNF them or finish them up. So it is going to be a crazy work week. I'm going to be so tired. So of course we'll keep the goals high, but we're not going to be too harsh on ourselves. I am so excited to finish Fool's Errand. Oh, I've loved it. It's going to be 5 stars, no doubt. I will put a review up after. And I'm going to be tempted to jump right into number 2 of the Tawny Man series. But I'll see if I can hold off. My reading challenge does start on June 1st. And I pulled City of Nightmares by Rebecca Schaefer for my first one. I have a hold on the library for this for my Kindle, It says about 6 weeks holds, but I'm hoping it'll come in right at June 1st so we can start that. If not, I'll force myself to read it physically. That's fine. So let's start the vlog. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully I'll get some more critter videos, some cute cat pics. The squirrels are alive and well. I'm going to get my bird feeder set up and the squirrel feeder this week, I'm hoping. So we'll see. They're my favorite, the squirrels. I love them so much. But I am sure I will see you tonight at work. So have a great day and let's get this going. Thank you. Bye. Hello. Reading update. It is Tuesday afternoon at noon. And I have finished Fool's Errand. Oh, it was so good. I'm giving it 5.75 stars, which is the highest I can put on Storygraph. It was so exceptionally phenomenal. I was so glad to be back with Fitz and the Fool and Night Eyes and all of the Easter eggs that linked into the Live Ship Trader trilogy were just incredible. I know that a lot of people, when they are starting the Farseer trilogy, the first trilogy, in the realm of the Elderlings, they have a hard time because it's so slow. It takes a lot to get through the first book and the second book and the third book. And technically they say you can start with the Live Ship Trader trilogy and go on from there, but there's no way you can start the Tawny Man trilogy without first having read the first Farseer trilogy. And I am just beyond grateful that I started with the Farseer trilogy and then did the entire Live Ship Trader trilogy and have now completed the first book of the Tawny Man trilogy. I will be moving on. I don't know when. We'll see how long I can put it off because I have so many things coming up, but spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. I think this book in particular, it's based, from what I understand, 15 years after the Farseer trilogy. The Fool and Fitz meet back up again. The Fool has been somewhere. He's obviously been to Bingtown. He's obviously seen dragons. He hinted at Fitz, do you believe in dragons? And Fitz says, oh, of course I believe in dragons. So we saw Verity turn into a dragon. And the Fitz has named his horse Malta, which of course we know is a big character in the Live Ship Trader trilogy. Fitz and his son of his body end up going through a skill pillar and end up on the other islands, and they get away with treasure. So that's going to be epic to find out what happens there, because you don't F around with the others. I think we know that, you know. I think Kenneth showed us pretty intensely that it's not something you want to do. So that's something I'm looking forward to in the second book in the trilogy. I can't say enough about how losing Night Eyes was just so heartbreaking. I mean, we've had so much love with them. I mean, in the Farseer trilogy, when Night Eyes was able to hold Fitz's soul while they resurrected his body, and they've just been there, and their connection together was just so incredible. And I could you can really feel what a loss Fitz is feeling now. And I think that the way they shared that wit dream and the way Fitz was holding him, they're both so injured by that campfire. And the way Night Eyes went for the perfect hunt in the perfect weather. It was just a perfect end to that relationship. And I hope that Fitz is able to recover. I don't know if he'll join another wit bond, but I imagine it will happen. He had said in this book that he has bonded 3 times, so I don't see why there wouldn't be a 4th. But it was so epic when he was reporting to Jade when they got back, and he decided that he's going to take care of the prince. And he told Jade, I will never report to you again of what me and my prince talk about. And Jade's happiness. End of spoilers. This book is incredible. The characters are incredible. The storyline is incredible. If you're thinking about starting The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, I'm sure you've heard 1,000,000 times, 1,000 times, that you have to start with the Farseer trilogy. And it's slow, but the story is so good, and it's so worth your time. Incredibly worth your time. I advise, if you do start with the Live Ship Trader trilogy and you've gotten, of course, you're going to fall in love with Robin Hobb. Who wouldn't? Definitely go back to the Farseer and then go straight to Tawny Man. It's going to be a journey that's 100%, 1,000,000% worth it for you. She's a goddess. Robin Hobb is a goddess. And I will continue my journey, and I have no doubt that I will reread every single book I've read so far of the 7 of them. So, as for me, it is 12. I need to be trying to sleep. I'm not tired, of course, because I slept 4 nights as a human. I feel good. But I need to try and sleep because I do have to be at work at 11 p.m. and life must resume. So right now I'm probably going to pick up and do some reading in Jade City or Book of Night, or maybe even start our secret. The secret. Oh, you like that? Start the secret reading vlog that I'm creating. We'll see. Holla at you later tonight. Sister, never knew how much I missed you. Sister. Illyria. Sylvie. What, Sil? Good morning, vlog. It is the 24th at 1 o'clock a.m. and I have finished The Kingdom of Copper. I'm going to give it 5 stars, naturally, and I'm super excited to move on to Empire of Gold. There were a lot of things that I didn't realize when I had first read Empire of Gold, so I was kind of taken aback. But now that I have Kingdom of Copper so fresh in my mind, like, I'm excited. So hopefully I'll jump into that pretty quickly. I'm going to do a little spoilery talk. Spoilers. So on this reread of Kingdom of Copper, I guess I didn't realize like how much Ali was Alizad, so Ali. I didn't realize how much Ali was into Nahri. And I think that on this reread, I see so many more hints. Manaiza is a straight up monster. I don't understand her justification for doing the things that she's done. I mean, Ghassan was a monster. May he rest in peace. But my feelings still stand. I loved Ghassan in this book. I think I even liked him in The City of Brass. I think he was written so strongly, and he is such, to his core, a parent. Like, he loves his kids. I truly believe that. And I know he's supposed to be some big bad villain, but I don't buy it. And it is just awful, awful, so painful what Dara has been put through. How he's had to hurt so much and struggle so much. What is it, his third time as a slave in Ifrit? And I'm excited to see the conclusion of that. Of course, I already know what happens, so I won't spoil you too much on that. And excited to see where this all shakes out. I know we're going to Nell, to Tanitri. To Tanitri, where the INL live, in this next book. So, and we get to meet lots of Marids. That's all I'm going to say about that. But I'm working. I am listening to audiobooks. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and pick up the 1 second after. I'm just not in the mood for The Way of Kings right now. And so I'm going to pick up 1 second after and see if I can find where I was. And then kind of go from there. I'm actually pretty sleepy. And it's super hot again in work. I still haven't fixed the AC, so we're just sweltering. I honestly don't know what I'm in the mood to listen to. Would it be bad for me to pick up, like, just a smut audiobook? Get some excitement going tonight. You know what I mean? But no, we must try and get these currently readings down. We have so much on our TBRs. My gray streak is looking all fluke tonight. Anyway, I'm going to get back to it. I'll check in the morning. Have a good one. Hello. It is still Wednesday. I know, two updates. What's up? It is 4:30-ish a.m. I have about 2 hours left. I'm fucking beat. Well, anyway, I got to 32% of 1 second after, and I am DNFing it. Typical post-apocalyptic. There is... What the fuck is that? Anyway, before the cat freaked me out. Yes. I'm DNFing 1 second after. I do not have the time. Or really just the energy. You know, post-apocalyptic, EMP, electromagnetic pulse, all the electricity dies. A family, one's diabetic, the little girl's diabetic. Grandpa had cancer and is dying. Only the old cars work. Like, so what did I do, you ask? Well, I got the audiobook for The Starless Sea, MFers. Erin Morgenstern. And I am completely happy. It I don't know if you guys have read The Starless Sea. It is incredible, incredible storytelling at its finest. It gives me goosebumps. Like, I literally just got goosebumps. So I don't know that it's a spoiler, but it's a story of stories. And the first part of the story is about a pirate who's in jail and he's about to go to the gallows. So there's this maidservant visiting him, bringing him she goes down there and visits him, and on the last day she says, "Tell me a story." And of course he obliges. And there we have the story, the beginning of the story. But one of our characters, he's a fortune teller's son, and he just discovered a book, and he's in the book. And he's like, "What is this?" And oh my God, you need to read it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's so good. So we have a new audiobook, and I ain't even gonna say sorry, whatever. We're rereading The Starless Sea. You know, Erin Morgenstern is super popular author. Some people say The Night Circus is the best, but they're wrong. I don't know which one was written first or what, but The Starless Sea is where it's at. One of the best books ever written. So we're rereading it. All right, later. Hopefully the cat will leave me alone. I will let you hear the scary sounds I heard earlier. Oh my God, it gave me a heart attack. So now every noise I hear is freaking me out. See, I hear so many noises, I'm getting scared. All right, I'll check in later. Bye. Good morning, weekly vlog. It is windy, but it is Thursday morning, about 1:30 a.m. I want to check in. Look at the moon. Look at it. It's a perfect little quarter. I don't know if any of you have ever been up far north in the northern part of our country, which is the USA, or far north, but the moon is gigantic. Look, that's how big it is. And you can see the actual shadow of it, and it looks like a planet. It's pretty epic. Sadly, I didn't get a lot of reading done today. When I was at home time, I got maybe 3% of Jade City. That's it. I was exhausted. I got home. I think I did an update. We'll see. I don't remember. But I went to sleep 9:30. No, maybe like 10. Woke up at noon. Went over to the girls. Both the girls had their field day. Did you guys have that in elementary school? We did. At the end of the year, they would set up all these obstacle courses like tug-of-war and potato sack races. Well, that's what their school had. So I went over there, hung out with the girls, and then was probably back asleep by 4 and didn't wake up until 9:30. So I feel like a big lump, but I did hang out with my children, so that was pretty cool. I listened to my Starless Sea audiobook last night for most of work. I think I am about 7% of the way through that. My Way of Kings audiobook is about to expire. I have put a hold on it, but I just wasn't feeling it again tonight, so my hold for my secret reading vlog for the first book came through today, so I've been listening to that. I'm wondering if I'll enjoy it or not enjoy it or get bored. It is a pretty epic audiobook because it has background noise. So when it's intense, it's all doom, 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 doom. So that's good. It's always fun to listen to an audiobook that costs money to make. Tomorrow is the last day of school, so we have an award ceremony in the morning, which one of my children's getting a presidential award. I'm not sure what that means, but it means they're badass, which I know already. And I have a school barbecue to go to, and then I'm gonna have to try and get some sleep. So a rough couple days for sleep for me, but I'll survive. My weekly vlog was supposed to go up on Wednesday, but I didn't get it done. I have about maybe 20 more minutes of editing, which I'm gonna do this morning when I get off work and get it up. So I hope you guys like it. I will check in maybe later this morning at work or this morning when I get home. Check you later. Good morning. It is about 9:10 a.m. on Thursday. I have an itchy mosquito bite, if anyone wanted that update, but I can't quit itching my leg. I have an assembly here for the kiddos soon. I'm gonna go ahead and go to that, and then I'm gonna try and thong. I'm so tired. Last night though, I ended up getting to about 27% of Secret Reading Vlog Book 1. It's good. I like it. And I did actually listen almost 2 hours of Way of Kings. So it's just so crazy, the stuff that I missed the first time, but it makes me really glad of my choice to do a reread before I do Rhythm of War. So that's about it. Waiting for the husband to get home so we can do this, and then the kiddos will be home after this assembly, so cross your fingers I'll get some sleep. And also cross your fingers that this mosquito bite quits itching. It's mosquito season here. So terrible. Night night. See you later. Hello. It is Thursday at about 6 p.m. Hoping to get another nap before work, but I have finished Jade City. I think I'm going to give it a 3.7 stars. It took me till about 58% to be committed, and I feel like the first 55% of the book is introducing us to the characters and the politics in the world, and then we have about 10-15% of the book taking us to 75% of the book to get to where we are right now, and with the war starting, and then literally 15% of the beginning of the war. I didn't like the pacing at all. I didn't like where the book ended. And it was a good story. It has some good premises. I think for me, it just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough. I'm not invested in the characters or the story enough to continue. I may continue at some point, but it's not even a thought to begin anytime soon. So I will put it on Goodreads as 4 stars and Storygraph as 3.75. And I was looking at my library holds and noticed that my loan for This Woven Kingdom by Tahari Mafi is going to be returned in 8 days, and there are like 15 people waiting for it, so I have to get that done. So I gave the first book in this series 4 stars, and it was a good, quick little read. We have a prince who does not want to rule. He doesn't believe in what he's doing, doesn't want to control the most powerful country. And he was raised about a prophecy about a woman who had powers that would overthrow and ruin him and his kingdom. The other character is a woman who has the most horrific life. She is a servant. She has no money. She has no family. She's constantly mistreated. And her secret is she talks to the devil. And he warns her and gives her advice. And she is the lost heir to a kingdom, aka the prophecy. The first book, it took me a while to get into it because Miss Moffey has some flowery writing. But about 10% into it, I got into it. The story was really good. It moved quickly. The romance was perfectly paced. Definitely a slow burn. And I love Persian, Middle Eastern folklore. It is hands down my favorite, so that fits perfectly here as it's based on Persian mythology. And so I'm excited to see, I won't make it too spoilery, but I'm excited to see where the story goes as we find out more about this prophecy and about who she is. What is her name? Aaliyah, and I know that Cameron is the prince. So I'm excited to see where it goes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up as I'm gonna lose my hold and don't want to wait another month or so to get it back because I am not a member of a very good public library system. So that's my update for this evening. I need to nap and somehow be functional for work tonight. So I'll check in later. Bye-bye. Hello, reading vlog. What is today? It is Friday, the 26th, 1 a.m. Doing my little update. So when I came into work, I got about an hour and a half of The Way of Kings listened, and then it took it. The library took it. The Mosquito Chronicles continue. We're being devoured. So I put on Fallen Kingdoms. I'm going to give it tonight. I think right now I'm at 56%. So I'm gonna listen to it for the rest of work, and if I'm still not into it, I guess we'll DNF it or we'll push through just to get it read. We'll see. I'm exhausted. I only got 2 hours of sleep today, so I just want to go to bed. But we need that money, honey. So, all right. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. I mean, this isn't even as bad as it'll get. I actually put on some bug spray today. Look at it. See all of them? Just hundreds. Every time we open the door, they're coming. And they bite and they hurt. Hello, reading vlog. It is Saturday, the 27th, about 4:30 a.m., and I am at work. I ended up finishing Falling Kingdoms tonight. So last night I decided I was at about 60%, and I said, okay, we'll listen to it all night, which I did. And so today when I came in, I was about 85% of the way through, and I said, let's just finish it. So I did. I actually think it's pretty good. I'm going to give it probably a 4.25. It's a typical, not typical, but it's a YA fantasy, definitely YA. And it ended up being pretty good. I remember when I had given you the synopsis before, I said there was 3 kingdoms. One believed in magic, one didn't have magic. One was poor, one was rich. And what we're dealing with is the heirs of all of these kingdoms. So we follow along with all of these heirs and see the adventures they go through. The kingdoms are trying to take over the other kingdoms. And the first kingdom is Pelsia. And this is the kingdom in the middle of the country in which there is nothing. The land is dead. And the top of the country is, Lameros. And it is a frozen tundra. There's not a lot of resources. And the bottom is Orania. And that's the country, the part of the country that everybody wants. It has all the resources, but there's no magic. And it's all, intertwined and entangled. And we follow the heir in Lameros, which is Prince Magnus and Princess Lucia. We follow them as their father is the most gruesome king of the country, king of the continent, I should say, not country, sorry. He runs his own, it's its own country, the uppermost. And then the middle one is Pelsia, where they have Chief Barelis, and we're following one of the peasant boys, Jonas, and his friend Brian. We're following Princess Cleo and her guard Theon and her friends. And it was pretty good how they all intermingled, how everything ended up. I had told you before about the Watchers, the magical realm. We didn't get to learn a lot about the Watchers, so I'm expecting that that'll be in the second or third or fourth books, because I believe there are 4. And I will be continuing. Not top priority, but eventually. So I'm excited that I finished it, because, and see, this is the problem. I need to have 1 or 2 audiobooks going, 1 or 2 Kindle books, and 1 hardcover book, because my brain can track it, and we just need to finish them or DNF them instead of just getting more and more and more. But I've made a lot of progress in May. I have finished a lot of books. I put my foot down and DNF'd a lot of books. So I really think that when we start in June, we are going to be on good footing and be able to make solid reading plans and hit some good goals. So I'm excited. I'm not sure I checked in yesterday morning. It was a rough day. I only got about 6 hours of sleep in 3 2-hour bursts. I had to do normal things like grocery shopping and stuff like that. Went to lunch with the kids and my husband. That was nice. So today, which is Saturday, I'm just hoping I get to go home and sleep. I do have Sunday night and Monday off now, so I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done then and a lot of chores. So I will check in later today at some point. Talk to you soon. Hello, reading vlog. It's Saturday. It is about 7:45 p.m. and I'm just chilling. I actually got quite a bit of sleep today, so sometimes that's a double-edged sword because I'm still sleepy, but force myself to get up. I kind of just want to go back to sleep, but I'm trying to force myself to do some chores. I did finish Bitten by Death this morning by Holly Roberds, and I actually liked it a lot. It is a adult urban fantasy, which surprises me that I liked it, but it is based off of Egyptian mythology with the gods from Egypt. And in this character, we meet Vivian, who has recently been turned into a vampire. And she has no idea how she became a vampire, and she ends up running into Death. Death, the character Death. He is Death. He harvests souls and everything. And together they unravel what's happened to make the vampires come back. It was funny, it was quick, it was silly, it's definitely adult. Not quite dirty enough for my tastes, but I mean, there's not even been a full get together, so I guess we would call that a slow burn. I am gonna go ahead and continue because it's quick, it's fun, it's funny. I really liked the characters. I really liked Death himself. I liked the introduction of other gods. I liked the little side characters. And it was just really fun. Really fun, silly, not super high stakes, little urban fantasy romance. So I believe I found it on Kindle Unlimited, so go ahead and check it out. As for last night, I finished Falling Kingdoms, which you saw before. So tonight at work, I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick up. All I have on audiobook right now is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, which I think I'm about 10% of the way through. And I have my secret reading project book, which I am about 27% of the way through. So I'll pick up one of those. Since we're really getting towards the end of May, I want to go ahead and try and get The Way of Kings done, at least in the next couple days. I think I'm almost to 90%, and I do have it on my Kindle, so I think tomorrow I'll go ahead and start reading it on my Kindle. Other than that, I think we're in a good spot as far as reading goes, to go ahead and start June. I did DNF another book called Taken by the Vampire. I decided to DNF that. I'll talk about that more in the weekly end of the vlog recap. As far as personal life goes, everything's just chilling. Same old, same old. It's a holiday weekend here in the US, so Daddy and the kids are home and they're just chilling, and I'm finally off. I'm off Sunday night and Monday night, and then I get to do a 9-day in a row bender because one of my teammates is out of town. So that's gonna be harsh. Other than that, we're anxiously awaiting the public pools opening, which should be the first week of June. Kids are super excited to go swimming. We're getting our afternoon thunderstorms, which is so incredible. I'm sad I slept through today's, but I did see yesterday's, so that was nice. I will check in tonight at work, and you can tell it's been raining because look at my baby hairs are extra fuzzy wuzzy. I'll check in tonight. Hi, weekly reading vlog. It is Sunday morning, about 1:00 a.m., the 28th, working away. It's my Friday, so I have Sunday night and Monday night off. I'm so excited. I just want to get through it. I sheepy. let's see what, I know I updated you earlier. I didn't actually end up missing all the thunderstorms. There was another one brewing that I got to watch while I got ready for work. I got some video for you guys. But no rain fell here. It was just in the distance. Just the lightning. Didn't even hear the thunder. So I decided for the first half of my shift here tonight, we're going to go ahead and listen to The Secret Project and go from there, I guess. My least favorite coworker isn't here tonight, which is so nice. I know sometimes, that when you're a worker at a minimum wage, no experience place needed, you sometimes have to deal with some shitty coworkers. But this girl, she don't do nothing. So at least tonight I don't have to watch her do nothing while I work all night. So I'm excited about that. It feels so good out tonight. The mosquitoes are feasting, as they will until there's flyovers to kill them. But I just finished giving my daughter a bath. And I said, "Where's Marisa, my little white kitten?" I hadn't seen her all day. And usually she's always up my butt or around or bugging or underfoot. Girl had gotten out somehow. I don't know how long she was out, but we all started freaking out. Come to find out, my husband found her 2 doors down. So it seems that she hadn't actually gotten very far, but I was worried. I was very worried. But she is home safe, so no worries there. I will check in later. Bye. Vlog. It is Monday, the 29th. It is the last day of this reading vlog. Yesterday on Sunday, I did not get a lot of reading done. I read a little bit of the Book of Night and a little bit of These Infinite Threads, but mainly it was just sleeping. It's my day off. I slept all day, basically all night. Some friends over last night, our neighbor friends, and we played cards. I had a couple beers. It was really nice. I needed it. Get slogged down in work and home life. So today for Monday, I'm doing a ton of chores, and then I'm gonna do a ton of editing and video stuff. So tonight is another day off, Monday night, and then I start my 9-night binger. It's gonna be so hard, y'all. Wish me luck. Right now I have put in my headphone and I am going to listen to, I think, The Starless Sea. Get some of that done, or maybe Secret Project. Those are the only 2 audiobooks I have right now anyway. But I'm getting ready to do a whole sweep and mop of the house, and then I have to go through the kids' clothes to get all of the winter warm stuff put away to donate. And busy housewife, mama chores. So I'll check in later when we do the end of the weekly reading vlog. Thank you. Hello, reading vlog. Still Monday, 2:20. I am doing my chores. and listening to The Starless Sea. I'm 14% of the way through, but my favorite story of the story of stories is starting. Been waiting. Once, a long time ago, time fell in love with fate. Oh, so good. Hands down, my favorite story of the stories. Have I told you how amazing The Starless Sea is? Check it out. Reading it or audio, either way, do it. Hello guys. So we are here to wrap up our week of May 23rd to May 29th. And it was a great week. I was able to knock a lot off of my currently reading so that I think we're in a really good spot for June. So we finished Kingdom of Copper, which I gave 5 stars. We finished Fool's Errand, which I gave 5 stars. We finished Jade City, which I gave 3.75 stars. We finished Falling Kingdoms, which I gave 4.25 stars. And we finished Bitten by Death, which I gave 4.25 stars. So that is a ton off the currently reading. I also I DNF'd 1 second after, and I DNF'd Taken by a Vampire. So that leaves us at 7 currently reading books, and I think it went really well. So I feel like we got a lot of good footage this vlog. I also have started a secret reading project where I am going to read one of my trilogies, my Fairy Loot trilogies, that I have spent a ton of money on, and see if in fact I do love it. If I do not, I will feel comfortable selling it. So this is not one of the editions that I haven't read. This is one that I had already read, and it's not included in the challenge. Speaking of the challenge, it starts on June 1st. It is over on Storygraph, and it is a challenge to start reading your special editions or even reading the books that you've had on your TBR for a long time. So please join me over there and let's see what we can do. I hope you had a great week, and I will see you on weekly vlog number 4, which is starting today. Have a great one.